Discover the 5 indispensable methods to create an irresistible longing in his heart and ensure he remains entirely captivated by you. Let's delve into these strategies and explore how to make him yearn for your presence, eagerly awaiting the next opportunity to be with you. 1. Maintain a hint of mystery in conversations. Have you ever noticed how movie trailers leave us eagerly anticipating the full film? We get a glimpse of what it's about, but the complete picture remains a mystery. The same principle applies when you're getting to know a new guy. On that initial date, you don't need to divulge your 3 greatest life achievements. Instead, sprinkle them throughout your interactions. Leave him wanting more. This creates anticipation for the next occasion you're together, when he can inquire about that intriguing scar on your elbow. It can be tempting to lay all your cards on the table at once: your relationship history, amusing family anecdotes, and why you're passionate about your job. I understand the desire to bond and share everything about yourself, and to learn about him in return. However, revealing these details gradually helps maintain a slow and steady pace in the relationship, and it provides you with a constant source of conversation. When he believes there's more depth to you, when he realizes he wants to continue seeing you, he'll miss you. He'll yearn to explore the complex person that you are, even if you only reveal a small fragment at a time. If you are really serious about learning the secret of how to make any man obsessed with you, we highly recommend checking out the first link in the description of this video. It's a professional and powerful psychology guide that helps you win him over even if he wasn't initially interested in you. 2. Allow him room to breathe. Now, this may sound like a common piece of advice, but it holds true in most relationships. Men generally require more personal space than women. Men and women have inherent differences, and it's important to acknowledge and accept them. If he needs a healthy amount of space, it's crucial to give it to him to allow him the opportunity to miss you. Encourage him to spend time with his friends, whether it's playing basketball or enjoying a whiskey. Don't spend every single night at his place, even if he extends the invitation. Just like you, he needs distance to feel closer to you. If you find that you never want any space from him, it's time for you to start carving out your own personal space. It's not healthy for couples to be together constantly. It can lead to neglecting your friends, family, and most importantly, yourself. It's essential to maintain a sense of independence and preserve your own identity. So even if you don't feel the need for space, it benefits both of you, and it's one of the simplest ways to make him miss you. Discover activities that you can engage in apart from gazing lovingly into each other's eyes all day. Create your own little corner of space away from him. The more space you both have, the more you'll yearn for each other's company and have plenty to discuss when you reconnect. Additionally, it sets the foundation for a healthy relationship in the future. Not all married couples prioritize alone time. 29% admit they lack sufficient alone time or time for themselves. This can easily be avoided by dedicating time to individual pursuits, so establishing this practice now is a valuable investment in your relationship's longevity. 3. Embrace a slower pace. Many women assume that if a guy is eager to see them, they should be equally available, catering to his every desire. But let me offer you a different perspective. Pump the brakes. Grant him some space. Allow him to long for your presence, because that space will enable both of you to gradually discover one another. This slow approach is essential for building a strong and committed foundation in a relationship. I've witnessed it happen far too often. Couples spend every moment together right from the beginning. They rush into physical intimacy. And before they know it, the flame that once burned bright fizzles out within weeks, leaving everyone wondering what went wrong. They rushed things, and suddenly the entire relationship went up in flames. On the other hand, you have complete control over the pace of your relationship. It's one of the secrets to making him miss you. Perhaps in the first few weeks, you decide to only see each other on weekends and refrain from staying overnight. As time goes by, you may have occasional sleepovers every few weeks. Gradually increasing the time spent together is an option as you grow closer. But always be prepared to have time apart or return to your own home after a date instead of staying at his place. 4. Avoid these mistakes. Let's face it, men are not oblivious. If you make one of these following mistakes, it's a surefire way to annoy and potentially push him away. Tagging him in photos on Facebook. even if he wasn't present when the pictures were taken. Sending him frequent Snapchats every 10 minutes to seek his attention. Texting his friends to inquire about their activities. Posting pictures with other guys on Instagram to incite jealousy. Now, here's the best way to make him miss you. Wait for it. It's by being genuinely absent. When you're physically apart, create distance. I say this with love, my dear. The less you're around, the more likely he is to reach out and seek your attention. However, don't just sit idle with your arms crossed, hoping he'll miss you. Get a life of your own. Find fulfilling activities to engage in. This way, you'll have plenty to talk about, and you won't be sitting around, eagerly waiting for his text. Remember, you're a confident and independent woman who knows her worth. 5. Embody the type of woman he would truly long for. Human beings are fundamentally driven by seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. When he's with you, if he feels joy, enjoys your company, experiences a deep connection, and receives compliments from you, he will associate pleasure with being in your presence, naturally desiring more of it. However, if all he hears is constant nagging over trivial matters, and the two of you frequently engage in arguments despite caring for each other, he will only feel pain. This won't make him miss you. In fact, he may choose to distance himself from you as much as possible. The secret to making him miss you: be an extraordinary girlfriend and partner. Greet him warmly with a hug and a smile. Make him feel exceptional. Which man wouldn't appreciate that? If you have negative thoughts or criticisms, try to withhold them. Or space them out so your man isn't bombarded with constant criticism every time you're together. Find constructive ways to address concerns that bother you, increasing the likelihood of resolving those issues compared to nagging him incessantly. Finally, for you ladies, if you think understanding men is hard and want to heal your relationship forever, then you should definitely learn how to trigger their hero instinct. The best way to learn about this amazing psychology is by checking out the first link in the description right now. It's a powerful psychology guide that will teach you exactly how to make a man fall in love with you using reverse male psychology.